Hey there, Internet Drifters. It's Izanami-kun, back with our RimWorld reality show. Now, before we really get started, I have to say that the vanilla expanded people came out with a new mod that is required for all the vanilla expanded everything. So the fishing, the cooking, all that stuff, I believe requires now a vanilla expanded framework mod to go along with it. I think if you were subscribed to any of the vanilla expanded things, that it automatically subscribed you to that framework thing, because I wasn't, like, I was already subscribed to it, so it was really easy to just add it to my collection. But if you haven't yet downloaded any of them, it will require that in the future. A lot of what I noticed on the changelog that it affected was it looked like the talking points. So it was a very important aspect for this series specifically. Okay, so now that that's out of the way, let's see where our 4 reality show contestants go today. It should be interesting. Gutierrez is the first one up, already giving everybody problems. Man, she's just not very likable, I guess. Solek is next. You would have thought that he would be hungry, but nope, he went directly to cutting down this Cecropia tree. Cecropia? I don't know how to say that word. And now here he goes to consume a simple meal. Oh wait, there was an exchange there. What did you say? You're chatting about learning cards. Again, I don't have any place that I can put a card table or anything. They're just not... Oh no, I do have a poker table. I just need cloth. None of this is cloth. I didn't think about cloth when I set this up. I guess we'll have to let it just be a normal growth crop. Okay, so that's us responding to their discussion about learning to play cards, because I want to give them that chance. They should be allowed to play cards if they want to. That's right, it was dice. It was dice that they couldn't... I don't have any place for them to do dice, do I? No, there's no... I don't even know what that table would be called. But we don't have it, whatever it is. Alright, Michael and Solek are on a roll today. They're the only ones talking, and it's been quite a few hours. Now they're chatting about raccoons. Raccoons in RimWorld are fierce. I mean, they're pretty fierce in reality too, but like, they're seriously fierce here. If you even try to attack one in any way, it tends to go mad and start trying to kill you. It seems to have a relatively high instance of that happening. So it's not usually advisable to do any raccoon hunting until you have some skilled shooters, and maybe have one extra one on hand just in case that happens anyway. Oh no! Poor guinea pig! Aww. Oh, it's only been dead for a day? Man, those snakes. Okay, we need to take care of those snakes, because I think that they're wasting valuable meat. Cobra. 4 of them. Okay. Let's see what happens. Here we go. Michael's on it. Is he the only one that hunts? No, Sam hunts too. Does Solek not hunt? Solek is low on hunting. Oh. Okay, well, Michael needs to gain up some skill, I think. Yes. And Sam really doesn't, but she does kind of need to keep that 11. So although Solek's got 12, he should probably be worried about keeping that 12. So, let's have Solek spot Michael. And along the way, of course, the father and daughter. Sam told a joke about cauliflowers. And if you watched last episode, I'll put a little thingy up here in the corner for that. I think it was last episode. It might have been the episode before that where, yeah, that's right. It was the episode before that where Michael was talking about ways to cook cauliflower. And that kind of made him into a male Karen there because he's all like, oh my God, you can use it for pizzas. You can do it for rice. Like that's kind of what we assumed was going on. And I mean, his daughter's kind of the cook of the colony, so maybe he has a little bit more knowledge, but he doesn't really have a whole lot of cooking knowledge for himself. So I think it's kind of funny now that Sam is telling a joke about cauliflowers. It's a little poignant. It might be kind of like nudging that inner Karen that we all noticed earlier. Okay, so I guess Michael's not doing the snake thing. So Solek will spot Sam. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't know how easy it is for them to get poisoned. Oh, honey, no. No, there's a rhino right there. Go over here. Also, I kind of figure that Solek is a little... not possessive, protective. Little protective of Sam. Unnecessarily. I mean, Sam was a bush sniper. She's really not that kind of girl. She doesn't need protecting, but I guess Solek's honor or whatever, he just wants to make sure she knows that he can be there for her and protect her and whatever, because he keeps talking about muggers. He said something about muggers last episode. He said something about muggers in an episode before last episode. He's really on about this whole I can take down muggers, kind of like fighting muggers, specifically fighting muggers. Or maybe them both fighting muggers. I'm not sure. The conversations could go either way. And now Sam is talking about how she likes to use crossbows with Solek. I think that's probably her being like, hey dude, I can take care of myself. And we just had him follow her just to spot her, and it was totally unnecessary and everything went fine. So she might be a little bit, I don't know, like smothered. Hey, Michael did come in with a cobra, and I really should have spotted him because he's the one with a considerably worse shooting. So I guess nobody really needs to be spotted. I will just set Solek to hunting. Go hunt. Just do it. We got half of them. There's only 2 left. I guess worst case scenario, somebody gets poisoned and we have to build a bed and take care of them. I think it'll be okay though. Yeah, see, I think there's something wrong with the game if they're making it to where the cobra bite makes them inedible for the cobras. Because that's not realistic at all. I mean, I know that the game doesn't necessarily hinge on realism, but like a cobra wouldn't go after, well, I guess it wouldn't go after a monkey anyway, but so I guess that one is an accident. But the guinea pig, it totally would have gone after a guinea pig and it should have been able to eat that guinea pig. But it couldn't because of toxic buildup. So that seems a little bit They swallow their prey whole. I don't know that, I don't think their venom is poisonous to them. Maybe there's some varieties that are, but I don't know. I guess I don't know enough about it to say one way or the other, but it seems a little extreme. But no, like it seems a little bit much to say that when they attack something, it's not gonna be edible for them. That's just gonna take out so many things on the map. Michael and Solik again. They're talking about practicing craps. I believe that's another dice game, which they'll never get to do. But, you know, I guess if they want to talk about practicing it, then that's fine. And now they're talking about chestnut trees, another thing that we will never have. Boy, they really like talking about things that they'll never have or never see or never do. And I guess that's pretty in line with most people. Like, we all kind of like to fantasize about things that maybe we'd like to do, but we probably never will. Or we'd like to see, but not enough to actually develop a plan to do or see or have. Aw, Sam is talking about animals to Solik. I wonder if she's talking about how the animals on the map are now going to live with much less fear now that they've taken out all of the cobras. I'd like to think that that's what they're talking about. Sam and Michael chatted about hostile elders. Boy, every time they talk about something, it's like 75% of the time it seems to be about elders or townsfolk or whatever. Like, they really seem invested in some kind of weird community spirit. And I say weird because it wouldn't be weird except that Sam was raised in a forest by him somehow. And it doesn't really make any sense how exactly she was raised in a forest. I'm going to actually say that when she was born, I think he must have been in cryosleep. And I think that they didn't meet each other until she was maybe like 5 or 6 when he could work with her. And that's when he taught her how to live in the forest for maybe a decade. And then obviously went back into cryosleep because he is super young. He's only 28. She's 37. So figure that one out. What? I don't even know when they passed each other. Oh, it must have been when she went down that way. Apparently, Solik commented about makeup to Sam. There doesn't seem to be any makeup here. So I wonder if this is a smile more comment and it kind of irks me a little bit. I get that there are people that enjoy wearing makeup, and I am totally cool with that. One of my best friends really enjoys wearing makeup. Actually, I think both of my close girlfriends really enjoy wearing makeup. I don't, unless I'm like going for a specific look, but on average, I prefer a more natural look. Either way, it's a choice, and I totally get either side. That's totally fine. What I don't like, what really irks me, is when males of any age decide that they're going to weigh in on whether or not a girl or a woman needs to be wearing makeup. Like, if he thinks that she's wearing too much, too little, the wrong kind, it's not really up to him. It goes along with that, oh, you'd be prettier if you smiled more. Yeah, you know what? You'd be more attractive if you'd shut your mouth. I'm just saying. It's my 2 cents for the episode. Okay, Gutierrez and Michael. chatting about practicing with arrows. I don't know that I have any sort of arrow practicey thing. I know there's a mod that does it because I did it once a long time ago. And it's a really cool mod. And maybe at some point I'll find it again and make sure that I get one that's up to date. Because it was really cool. They could practice their shooting skills while getting recreation in, and that I felt was very on point. I feel like that needs to be part of vanilla. Like, they should be able to practice their skills to keep them sharp. They shouldn't have to hunt all the time to keep their shooting up. We don't. In our society, very few people actually hunt, but there's a lot of people that have a skill for shooting. They do it for sport, the shooting, not necessarily hunting. They do competitions where they are shooting either bows and arrows, crossbows and bolts, or various kinds of guns. And they'll, maybe be quick about it. Maybe it'll just be a competition of aiming skill. Like, there's all sorts of different things. So, like, why wouldn't that be a part of the game? This is supposed to be set in, like, 5500. Do you think that we're going to just suddenly stop having competitions and having ways to sharpen our abilities? It just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But I guess they had limitations. Limitations in programming, not that the colonists have limitations. Oh, Michael and Gutierrez also chatted about animals. I didn't see that one. They chatted about animals, probably, I would say, also because of the Cobra thing. I think that sent a ripple throughout the entire colony that was a positive change in the community map area. I'd like to think so. What do you think? Comment below. Solik joked about parties with Gutierrez. Oh man, you are playing with fire there. You joking about going to a party with Gutierrez, having a party with Gutierrez, being at a party with Gutierrez there? Any form of that really sounds like you are suggesting that you want that to happen, but you are with Sam. And Gutierrez already has this soft spot for you. You really shouldn't be pushing this. Okay, Solik? I am starting to not like Solik. I mean, he started out pretty likable. But now he just seems like an arrogant douche. Sam joked about vomiting with Michael. Here's another one of those what the ever-living fuck are you doing to me? How are you gonna joke about vomiting? That... Is this another cry for help, Sam? Are you bulimic? Is that what's going on here? 'Cause I'm starting to worry about you. You and Gutierrez, like, there have been this weird thing about talking about eating and this eating habits thing, and I'm starting to think that Sam might have a problem that we just don't know about. Okay, well, Gutierrez started talking about poplar trees with Sam. That's a better topic. We can actually grow poplar trees too, so it's not something that they'll never see. Interesting. They're talking about things that are relevant to their surroundings currently that aren't damaging to them personally. I like it. I think that they should do that more. Oh, before going to bed, before Michael went to bed, Sam joked about pits with Michael. Armpits? Bear pits? Fire pits? Just the concept of pits? We may never know. Alright, so I put this path in because they just spend so much time walking to and from that it just seems like this would be a good idea. I'll put that there too. Structure, bridge. I don't know what I'll put in the middle here, but whatever, it doesn't matter. This way, maybe when they walk to and from, it'll go faster. Because they're just so slow about moving from one building to the other. I just feel like they should have a well-worn path now, and it shouldn't be as slow. Pretty late in the day and nobody said a word to each other. Must be one of those days. Hey, there we go, Michael and Sam. Again, about vomiting. I think this is a cry for help. Help her, Michael. There we go. Have a little father-daughter bonding session over chess. And maybe explain that vomiting is not cool, it's not normal, it's something that you should probably not be joking about. I mean, it is normal in the sense that everybody does it at some point, but it's not something that should be funny enough. I know that there are people and there are jokes about vomiting. I know that that happens. But it's gross, okay? It's gross, guys, and it should not be something that is talked about this much. It seems a little excessive. I really don't like vomiting. And now they joked about botched surgeries, which super dark humor, guys. I guess they're that kind of family, though. Botched surgeries. Oh, that's like watching the people that get like facelifts or like they get like a nose job or whatever, but you can tell that it did not work out the way they intended, or maybe it's like 15 years down the line and it did not hold up well. Oh, yeah, I can see that being funny, but it's also a little cringy too. I feel bad for those people. Gutierrez and Sam chatted about fighting mosquitoes. And now all of a sudden in my head, I have them like in a fighting stance trying to punch mosquitoes out of the sky. What about you? Is that what you thought of? Because if it's not, it is now. Sam and Gutierrez shared beliefs on crypto sleep tombs, and that was a deep conversation to them. So, crypto sleep tombs. Like, why they believe they exist, or the morality of using them. Because both of those things could be deep, but only one of them can apply here. Solek commented about savory foods to Michael right after Michael chatted about training porcupines with Solek. What? Okay, so many questions. What are you training the porcupines to do? Why are you training porcupines specifically? And how are you planning on doing this? Or is it just one of those like random conversations about, hey, let's think about something that is totally improbable that no one would ever do, but technically it's not impossible, so it's something that we can kind of consider on a serious level. And then from there to savory foods. Obviously, you're talking about eating porcupines, guys. I am not happy about this. Those things are so cute. Have you ever seen a little porcupine? They're so cute. Don't eat the porcupine. Oh, and now Michael is talking about makeup with Solek. Oh, you know what? I bet this is his father spirit kicking in and being like, hey, man, it's not cool to talk to girls about their makeup stuff. Because, like, you gotta love them the way they are. And if they wear makeup to be pretty for you, then that's their decision. But you can't tell them that they need to do it because that's not really your choice, right? I like to think that that's him being father figure. Even though he's 28, like, he doesn't even know what being a father is. But I think he probably had a father, right? So he might have some idea of what it should be like. And Solek's all like, yeah, whatever. Sam and Gutierrez chatted about breakfast. I wonder what kind of breakfast foods they want. Like, what kind of breakfast foods do each of them like better? I imagine Sam's probably like a pancake kind of gal, and Gutierrez is more of like, I don't know, an omelet. I have no idea. Nothing to back that up whatsoever, but that's my thought. Michael and Solik still haven't talked since that makeup conversation. They were pretty close by, so it wasn't for lack of being around each other. I think there's just a lot to think about. Or maybe it just didn't go all that well. Oh, here we go. Michael made a comment about cute animals to Solek. I don't even know where to go from here. They're both guys, so Michael commenting about cute animals, it's breaking some stereotypes here, I think. Although I guess he could be talking about like blowing up cute animals or something, or like how stupid they are. There's no, it could be a positive or negative comment about those cute animals, so it could really go any way you want, I suppose. I'd like to think that it falls in line with the makeup thing, where it's all like, you know, if you want to talk to girls about stuff, talk to them about cute animals. Watch them perk up, because they love that shit. They eat it up. Because we do. Because cute animals, man. But I think boys do that too. They're just not allowed to show it. Comment below if you're a boy that likes cute animals and you just don't feel like you're allowed to show it. Or if you do feel like you're allowed to show it, comment below too. Either way, cute animals. Solik and Michael quipped about practicing with shotguns. Another very relevant conversation. One day we will have shotguns. I think one of them has a shotgun, don't they? Yeah. Solik has a chain shotgun already. So, very relevant conversation. Something that technically he should be doing to keep up that 12-inch shooting. He's gonna lose it before long. Sam and Solik haven't really talked all day, especially not since that conversation they had about makeup. I think Sam's a little upset about it. Oh shit. So much happened. I was focusing on something else. So Gutierrez and Michael chatted about life's annoyances, which they talk about that. They talked about that when Michael was having his breakdown. And Gutierrez talked about life's annoyances to Michael at that point. It's a very negative conversation. I'm not really sure how I feel about it coming up twice so far. It seems like it's almost a trend. And then Sam and Michael chatted about wearing spacesuits. I don't think they ever wore spacesuits. They've all been to space, but I don't think any of them have worn spacesuits. But maybe, I suppose we can't really know what they did before they came here, but they won't be wearing spacesuits ever again. Probably not. I guess we can't really say that. Michael and Solik chatted about playing backgammon. Backgammon's a special game. There's not like, yeah, there's a specific board for backgammon, and there is no way I'm going to be able to build that here. So, again, they're talking about things that are just not going to happen, at least not while they're here. Why don't you talk about playing chess? You can actually play chess together. Or is that just something that you'll only do with your daughter? That could be. Hey! Solik told a joke about lavish meals to Sam because Solik really depends on food to drive home his charm, I think. I wonder if he's joking about how he would like some lavish meals. I don't know, maybe I'm just putting an arrogant spin on everything he says. But it really sounds like he's just like, ha ha ha, just joking. It would be nice though. And we're gonna get there. But, you know, we have to wait until some of this stuff comes in down here. Especially the allspice. That's what really helps out with the gourmet shit. There you go, Solek. I know you wanted backgammon, but sometimes all you get is chess. Sam exchanged ideas about love with Gutierrez. I wonder if Sam is having second thoughts about Solek. Her opinion of him is equal to his opinion of her. That's kind of funny. Wait, no, that's Gutierrez. Huh. Well, Sam apparently is loved by everyone. Everyone loves Sam. Wow. Wow, that's insane. I don't think I've ever seen anyone have 100 across the board. Even if the board is only 3 people, that's still pretty amazing. None of the others can say that. All the rest of them, they have their qualms. They have something. But Sam must just be amazing. Somehow. Solek and Gutierrez joked about laundry. Where is the laundry in this game? They never have to worry about laundry here. No one knows why. It just cleans itself somehow. It never really gets dirty. It's amazing. And now Solek and Gutierrez, well, they were staying up late to play chess together. And now it's just Gutierrez. Because she's not tired. Not tired enough. Oh, there she goes. Alright, well, that was this episode of our RimWorld reality. Or reality RimWorld. Whichever way you want it. Like if you liked the video, subscribe if you haven't already. Check me out on Patreon. Check out my website, izanamikun.com, and I'll see you guys again when you drift into the next video.